So last year we were 3-5 when we made the switch to Aiden O'Connell, and by then it was too late. It didn't matter how good or bad we played. We didn't have enough time to make the playoffs. We are now 2-3, and yes, again, the switch will be made to Aiden O'Connell. I just hope we have enough time. Obviously, when he came in the game, down 17, with the fourth quarter starting, there wasn't really going to be enough time for him to do anything of note. Of course, he comes in and throws the pick. It was weird timing. Brock didn't get his head around it, hit his hands, went up in the air. If anybody puts any stock into that play, they're just being an asshole. It's clear that Gardner Minshew is not going to be the quarterback to win any more games for the Las Vegas Raiders. He was fine in the first quarter. He was 10 for 13 for 113 yards and a touchdown. Half of those yards came on a prayer to Brock Bowers. And then 10-0. Getsy calls a great play. Brock Bowers is wide open. Gardner Minshew airmails it. It's a pick six, and the game's over. From that moment on, and we were able to run the ball pretty effectively because Denver was waiting to see what our game plan was going to be. Were we going to lean on the run or the pass? And in the beginning, we leaned on the run, and we were running the ball effectively. In the second half, halfway through the second quarter and into the second half, just like the Cleveland game, just like I said, the teams that we're playing are going to force us to pass the football. They're going to stack the box and say, you're not going to be able to run it. And what happened? They stacked the box. Minshew was given ample time to complete passes. He missed guys again and again and again. He threw another terrible interception. Any sign of any sort of pressure, he ran into a sack. He looked immediately down at his lineman instead of looking up the field. And Aiden came in, and he just looked like a better quarterback again. Garbage time, prevent defense, whatever. He just stands there. He goes through his reads. He throws the ball with confidence, right? Every single person who said Aiden shouldn't start told me he's a statue. He's going to get sacked every time. And we threw the ball like 20 times in a row with him in the game. He got sacked one time. Every other time he scrambled out of the pocket, kept his eyes down the field because he looks like a quarterback. And I just want to make something abundantly clear. I obviously believe that he's the better quarterback and he gives us the best chance to win. If he comes into the game next week against the Steelers, a really tough defense, if he plays these next few games and he sucks, right? Then he sucks. Minshew sucks. Aiden sucks then, right? I'm not saying that he's going to suck, but if he sucks, just play the younger guy, see if he gets better, because you already know what you have with Gardner. I hate the idea that I keep repeating myself to people that go, well, Aiden sucks too. All right, then he sucks. Then put him in the game, and then you draft your guy. But there's no reason to continue to put someone in the game that has zero chance to develop anymore. Gardner Minshew's ceiling is hit, and maybe Aiden's is, but maybe it's not because he started 9 games. I didn't know we were evaluating whole careers on 9 games. If that was the case, Peyton Manning, who broke the rookie record for interceptions by a rookie with 28, and Troy Aikman, who went 1-14, wouldn't have careers because, they didn't make the playoffs in their first year. They must suck, right? Peyton Manning statue, Troy Aikman statue. He's a statue and he stinks. All right, then play the young kid and see what you got. And if you got nothing, then you got a top 5 pick and you make your selection. But there was never any reason for Gardner Minshew to start these games. AP said we want to protect the football. 5 interceptions in 4 games, or 5 games, and a fumble backwards. And I'm happy that AP finally smartened up and put the guy in the game that helped them get the coaching job. And we'll see what happens next week with Aiden being the number 1, having the full week with the number 1s, game planning the scheme for Aiden, a less mobile guy instead of Gardner. Because he's got to get on the same page with guys like Brock Bowers and DJ Turner, right? And Jacoby Myers. And I do believe the offense will look better with Aiden under center. I don't know how much better it'll look next week because we play the Steelers. Of course, let's wait till we play the best defense in the National Football League to start the guy that should have been starting this whole time. I don't know what to say, man. And if AP comes out and says, we don't know who the quarterback is, I'm not talking this game. I don't think he's going to name a starter right now after this game. But he comes out next week and he says it's Gardner Minshew. He's lost me as a decision maker. I think he's proven to show that he's a great motivator, but if he doesn't name Aiden the starter, he's lost me as a decision maker. And if things go south, he's not protected. We don't owe him anything. We took the interim tag off. Let's see what you got now. This is 2 years in a row. We waited maybe too long to put the better quarterback in the game. And I hope it's not too late. Because when you watch Aiden play, he's just a better player. Is he going to win us more games? I don't know. But I don't know how you can not watch him and say he's not a better player. That throw to Jacoby Myers, scrambling to his left toward the end of the game. You ever see Minshew do that once? I'm not mad at losing. I get frustrated when we could be doing better and there's not an explanation as to why we aren't. The defense wasn't great, but it was on the field most of the time, and it's in elevation. And what are you going to do? Christian Wilkins gets hurt. What are you going to do? Next man up. We gifted them 7 points. Offense was terrible. Again, save for one prayer from Brock Bowers, Minshew didn't do anything this whole game except turn the ball over like he always does. And again, here come the comments. Oh, Aiden sucks too. All right, then play the 24-year-old instead of the 28-year-old if they both suck. It can't get worse. Can't get worse than what we saw with Minshew. Get it through your head. And maybe he doesn't suck. Then what? I don't understand. I'm not glazing Aiden O'Connell. I don't think he's the second coming. It's about playing the best players. I don't understand where this Gardner Minshew defense came from. Why are we coddling him like he's a little boy? Because Max Crosby called him it, so now we're going to treat him like it? We don't owe him anything either. It's not like Derek Carr, where at least Derek Carr gave us 10 great years, which is why a lot of us defended him. Not 10 great years, but he gave it his all. We don't know Minshew. Minshew's been a Raider for 3 months. I don't owe him anything. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He stunk for every quarter except one. Aiden O'Connell looked more mobile than he did today. I don't know, man. It's not about hyping up Aiden O'Connell. It's not about tearing down Gardner Minshew. It's about playing your best players. And when, to me, it's extremely obvious who those guys are, that's when it gets frustrating. And you wonder why they waited so long. And maybe, again, it's because they needed to get the line ready, and now the line's ready. Because the line was fine today. It was fine. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was fine. But you lose to the Denver Broncos the first time in 8 years. And their defense is great. Don't get me wrong. But their offense helped them and did enough. We don't help our defense at all. Again, we were able to run the ball in the beginning, but then when they put 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys in the box and go Gardner Minshew, beat us passing, that's not happening. Not happening. So, Aiden will be the starter next week unless Antonio Pierce has an aneurysm and forgets everything that happened so far this season. And we'll see what happens. Again, we're going up against a great defense next week. Do I expect to win that game? No. Not really. Do I expect to play better? I guess. We'll see. It's going to take some time now. It's not just going to happen overnight. Maybe it will. Who knows? Last year we played the Giants and Aiden looked great. We came out humming. So we'll see. But I don't know. It's just, I have nothing to say. Sure, there are positives, but what does it matter? We wasted these first 5 games playing an inferior quarterback. And maybe our record would have been the same. But let's see what we got with the kid, man. You don't know after 8 starts. You don't know. I don't know. You don't know. None of us know. So why are we commenting, he's this, he's that? He's great, he's bad. We don't know. He's Play-Doh that hasn't been molded yet. We got to figure it out. Wait and see what happens. Now's the time before you make your selection and draft a quarterback. Is he the guy? You could have your opinions on whether or not you think he can be the guy, but you don't know for sure. So stop commenting that you know. Either way. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. So let's see. Let's see how he does against the Steelers. Ja'Cory Bennett looked great. Max Crosby is Max Crosby. Wilkins was great until he got hurt. I hope it's not an extended injury. But, we've been getting screwed all year with injuries, so what's one more? Adams will be traded soon, I guess. Maybe he doesn't want to go to the Jets now because they stink too. We'll see what happens. The sky's not falling. We're 2-3. We can get back to 3-3. But, I don't know. It's a tough game next week against the Steelers. I think it's the Steelers. It's either the Steelers or the Rams. And then after those two games, it's the Chiefs. So we'll see. I hope Aiden does better. I think he will, but it's a tough defense. So, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.